The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hall on a give up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. But we know that he can get 1st downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the 1st.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Second and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. And this one's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Herbert. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. start on the ground. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd and 7. From near the goal line, here's Howell. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. In motion right is Smith. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Smith will come in motion right. Mixon with a first down carry. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And there he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Jets at 5-4 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert now. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And they go play action with Howell. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catch.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
One last shot before the break. Howell
going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Back to throw. Howell.
Complete. Smith has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. Here's Howell.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. From the 36, Howell works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll go play action. Howell.
The 20. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd down and goal. Howell, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Mixon trying to punch it in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Taken in at the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Diggs going in motion right. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A give running right is Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Herbert now to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. They snap it to Herbert. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
37 yards.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Powell to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Powell throwing again after the pick 6.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's got the hookup with Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for two here. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Jets, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year.